Tell these niggas what the fuck going on. My mind is so cloudy, filled with broken thoughts. My heart is so cold, I'm not taking the loss. If rap shit don't work, then it's back to the trap. Call up my OG, he pull up with the packs. That money keep calling up my answer. Yeah, that money keep calling up my answer. Yeah. My mind is so cloudy, filled with broken thoughts. My heart is so cold, I'm not taking the loss. If rap shit don't work, then it's back to the trap. Call up my OG, he pull up with the packs. That money.
All right. Get up in here. Stand on your feet. All right, everybody, grab a seat. Hit that share button. We got some business to handle tonight. But before we get into this business tonight, let me start off with the players' introduction y'all could ever see. Dramatic effects. Ladies and gentlemen, the best there ever was, the greatest to ever do it, Houston's very own, your favorite truck driver, Cowboy Dino. So today, man, we got a lot to talk about. But the first thing I want to start it off by saying is thank you to everybody that has been following me on my path. This is a different avenue for me, and all I ever want to do in life is win. So I thank everybody that's been showing me the utmost support. Thank you all for being here for me. Thank you all for growing with me. So I definitely got to give you all a round of applause, man. We appreciate you, man. We just trying to grow here. We appreciate you for coming here, taking the time out of your day to watch me. So with that being said, now that we got that out the way, let's get into some shit, boy. Because I got a lot to talk about today. And it's what you buster ass Jordan fans, nigga. I got to get with y'all. Here's my thing. And let's get right to it. I don't physically understand how individuals that played in the 90s, that did this, that did that, can honestly say that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. There is no way you can really think that. How is it that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James when LeBron James taking less shots than him and have more points than him? LeBron James is a 6'9", 260-pound monster, right? If we had a draft right now, right, and you had to build your team around a player, first round, first pick all time, majority of y'all would take LeBron James first. You want to know why? I can play all 5 positions. I can do everything on the court. I can play defense. I can pass. I can rebound. I can score. I can play. I can do everything. Offense, defense. We call Deion Sanders the greatest football player to ever live because he played offense and defense. LeBron James can play everything on the field. So before I get too deep into it, I'm going to give y'all Jordan fans this. Jordan does have 6 championships. All right. I got to give him that. He has 6 championships. And in that 6 championships, he presented himself as such an elite player. But he left us with a cliffhanger. The first time he retired, I believe, what was it, 93, 94? I think it was 93. 94, 95, the Rockets went on to win a championship. He then came back. You got knocked out of the playoffs by the Orlando Magic. Now, did you come back and do another three-peat? Absolutely. But then you didn't get your way. You didn't get your way, so you left your team again. Now, I'm going to put a pause right there. LeBron James is taking every first-year coach that he's ever had to the NBA championship. It's individuals that don't know the playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals, all of that without LeBron James' feature. From 2011 to 2018, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think 2019. Yeah, I believe 2019. So in that whole span, LeBron James has been in the Eastern Conference Championships and or a Finals. All righty. So when we sitting up here and we talking about that, I'm not giving him brownie points for losing the finals, but to make it to 10 straight finals, no matter who your team has been, completely fucking insane. That's something that we will never see again. I don't believe that we'll ever physically see a player dominate the Eastern Conference like LeBron James have. We'll never see that again, okay? We thought we was going to see it with Giannis. It hasn't been working out in his favor. I wish him the best of luck with the Heat. We really haven't seen it with the Celtics. I thought the Celtics built their dynasty back up, but they abandoned ship quick. The Knicks have really surprised me. But LeBron is back. So you got the greatest Eastern Conference player to ever play the game back in the Eastern Conference. And with one of the baddest teams in the league. But back to the Jordan-LeBron debate. Alrighty. Jordan has 6 final MVPs to LeBron's 4, obviously. Jordan has 5 MVPs to LeBron's 4. Okay. Jordan has 14 All-NBA selections to LeBron's 20. Jordan has 11 all-time all-defensive selections to LeBron's 6. Jordan has 10 scoring titles, which a lot of y'all want to express so much to LeBron James's 1. Alrighty. Now we get into the part that I like. Now, Jordan's career after 15 seasons ended with 32,292. All right, that's cool. Now, LeBron James right now is at 40,474 career points. I don't want to hear the longevity. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Y'all said that he's better. I'm pulling out the stats, okay? Jordan total career rebounds for 15 seasons was 6,672 to LeBron James 11,184. All right. Last time I checked, 11 was greater than. All right. So now let's get to total assists. Jordan in 15 seasons finished with 5,262 assists to LeBron James 11,054. All right. So, career steals. Michael Jordan has 2,514 steals to LeBron James 1,561. Alrighty. Jordan blocks. Jordan has 893 blocks to LeBron James 1,194. Career points per game, Jordan has 30.1, LeBron James has 27.1. Field goal percentages, Jordan has a 49.5 to LeBron James 50.6. Round both of them numbers up, Jordan at 50, LeBron James at 51. 3-point percentages is MJ is at 32.7. Let's round it up to 33. LeBron James is 34.9. Let's round it up to 35. Okay. Now we get into the free throw percentages. Jordan got that there. Jordan shot free throws at 83.5%. Let's round it up to 84. And to LeBron James, 73.5. Let's round it up to 74%. Alrighty. So we're speaking statistically because that's all we can speak about. But if we want to speak about creativity of the game, I believe Jordan was the best. I just like the shoes. All right, I'm gonna just be honest. He makes the best shoes. That's pretty much all I can say because watching his game, I really wasn't that impressed, right? So when I look at him compared to Kobe, I have Kobe above Jordan. Like my top 3 is LeBron James. So my top 3 is a little different. My top 3 is LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, because those two are generational talents. Then I go Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, but I'm pushing it with Jordan because honestly and truthfully, I felt like Steph Curry really trumped Jordan because Steph Curry evolutionized the game. So if you pay attention to my top 2, these are athletes that revolutionized the game, that are generational talents that we will never see again. We will never see another LeBron James, 6'9", 260-pound monster that runs like a point guard. We'll never see a Shaquille O'Neal, who is a 7'2" monster that dunked on everybody, who took 5 people to the rim and boomed on them. We'll never see generational talents like that again. And if I'm pushing it even further, I really want to push Curry up to number 3 because he's just that good of a player. Curry by far changed the game, made it to where you better have a jump shot or you got to sit on the bench. So, matter of fact, I'm going to switch that up. I'm going LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry. Those are my big 3. And with that 3 right there, them 3 alone can win me a championship, right? So if you don't like what I say, tough shit. Those 3 players are generational talents that will never be replicated again, you know? So, but above Jordan, I have Kobe. Why do I have Kobe? I felt like Kobe didn't cheat the game. I felt like when Kobe didn't get his way, he stayed with it. Now, the only thing I don't like about Kobe is how he put Shaq out. Regardless of the fact of Kobe's decision, you went on Stephen A. Smith's show and you demanded a trade because you were unhappy in LA, all right? But you and Shaq couldn't work out. They did what's best. They got rid of Shaq, and I feel like that's when Kobe became his best self. So when Kobe became his best self, watched him against the Celtics, watched him against the Magic, I believe Kobe was a dog. The biggest regret is that we did not get the chance to see LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals. That is something that will ever be forever regretted because I felt like we were robbed of that. I felt like the Orlando Magic, they showed that what they about. They wasn't no bitches, and they came out and played like it. And then, of course, I believe that the Dallas Mavericks showed Kobe and them and LeBron and the Thunder that they wasn't no bitches either. They ran through everybody and won the championship, essentially costing us our moment, okay? So I have Kobe because Kobe creativity, his work ethic, his consistency to the game, I feel like he never cheated the game. I feel like when Michael Jordan didn't get his way, he left. So, for example, you get your first three-peat. You retire, right? You wanted to go play baseball. And we all know that was because you had to take a break from the league because you was getting death threats and all this extra shit. So you went to go play baseball. You knew you wasn't good at no fucking baseball. I don't even know why you was there. But you went to go play baseball. You then left us with a cliffhanger in the 94-95 season when the Rockets won back-to-back championships. We didn't get to see the Bulls versus the Rockets, who I believe the Rockets would have won because y'all had nobody on that team that was going to stop the dream. I'm sorry. The dream was a walking quadruple double. Like, nah, it was no way. And so we will forever have that cliffhanger, right? It's no way that we'll ever get that opportunity again, okay? So then Kobe, I don't know, like Kobe took Jordan's game, enhanced it, and made it 10 times better. Kobe had a better handle. Kobe had a better fade. Kobe had a better scoring, creativity with his scoring. I feel like a lot of Jordan shit was elbows, push-offs, a lot of that. But with Kobe, you seen a stone cold killer. Kobe wasn't coming to play with you. You pissed Kobe off, he's liable to give you 81. Shout out to Jalen Rose. You know, and not saying that Jordan wasn't like that. But Kobe was more creative. It was like a poetry. All right. So on my list, I definitely have Kobe above Mike. But that top 3 right there, I don't believe no other top 3 that anybody can make is better than those top 3 if we're speaking on the aspect of generational talent. Now, let's get back to LeBron Jordan. When y'all boys honestly watch the game, what are y'all watching? Half of y'all wouldn't even teach y'all sons to play like Michael Jordan. Y'all would teach our sons or daughters to play like LeBron. Why? You want to teach them how to create. You want to teach them how to be a master of the game, watch a film. You want to teach them how to rebound, how to get in the post, how to make the right reads, how to score, how to do all of these things. Essentially, when your basketball coach is coaching you, he's coaching you to teach you the style of play that LeBron James does every day. So when you watching LeBron James play, obviously the freak of nature body, 6'9", 260, you just can't do nothing with it. On top of that, coaches regard him as the smartest NBA player to ever live. On top of everything, he knows teams' plays. Doc Rivers came on national TV and told the whole world that LeBron James knew their plays. It's only one other person I heard say that was Tom Brady. Tom Brady said, I knew the Kansas City defense better than they knew themselves. I knew what they were going to come out in. LeBron James knew exactly what Boston Celtics was going to come out in. Essentially beating them in their dynasty, sending them to the New York Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, and essentially the fall of the Big Three. And when you just speaking about the aspect of the basketball game, I shoot better. I got more points. I got more rebounds. I got more assists. You have more steals. I have more blocks. And it's just like my career as a whole has been 10 times better than Jordan's. So how are we not expressing that LeBron is the greatest to ever live? Gilly the Kid said something that I'm going to agree with. When you got multiple championships, all the other bullshit go away. Once you got multiple championships, that championships conversation go away. Now let's talk about the facts. The fact of the matter is this. When you watch LeBron James play, it's like a wow. Especially young LeBron that was dunking on everybody. Wow. The pressure, the expectation, the ESPN magazines, all of that, he lived up to it. Jordan had opportunities to grow into it. Jordan didn't come in the league like LeBron came in, homie. Jordan came out of North Carolina, had the opportunity to grow and become Michael Jordan. LeBron James had no time. None. I'm 18 years old. My NBA team is talking shit about me, etc., etc. I bet I got to come in and do something. He came in and took a, what was it? I think them boys had like 10, 12 wins, upgraded their wins, won a Rookie of the Year. And his career has just been elevating. The only shot I have on LeBron James is that we didn't never get a chance to see that Cleveland Cavaliers when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love got hurt and he turned into a scorer. We never got the opportunity to see him like that his whole career. Now, if we had that LeBron the whole year, yeah, homie, he would have 50,000 points. Because LeBron as a scorer is more dangerous than LeBron as a facilitator. That's the only knock I have on Bron. That's the only thing at times I don't like. But he's such a great player. He's going to make the right fucking reads. And essentially at times that pissed me off with him. But as a guy that loves to respect the basketball game, I definitely love the fact that he's just a great player, a great teammate. All right. So I'll give MJ this though. I believe MJ, for his era, was the greatest thing to ever touch the court. I believe with losing Magic Johnson to AIDS and losing Larry Bird and essentially losing Isaiah Thomas, who I feel like was a great player at this time, I feel like he stepped in just at the right time because essentially in the 90s, it was more of a big man's game. So when we're talking about Jordan coming in on a different swagger. Now, I love his shoes. I keep me some J's. But for his time being, he was the greatest to ever do it. Felt like for us, in the more of a new millennial generation, that we had the opportunity to watch LeBron. We didn't get no chance. We didn't get any opportunity to watch LeBron develop. None. We got the opportunity to see LeBron come in and get straight to it. And with Michael Jordan, like I say, my knock on him is he had to take time to learn. LeBron James had no time to learn. I came in at 18. I won my Rookie of the Year, took my team to a bonus plus wins, and then essentially taking them to the NBA Finals at the age of 22. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I recall multiple years before Jordan won his first championship, he was getting his ass handed to him by Boston Celtics, Detroit Pistons. I mean, I'm just saying, never made it out the first round. You gave the Celtics 61 and got swept, and et cetera, et cetera. LeBron James in his first few years as a 22-year-old goes to the NBA Finals. Yes, he essentially gets swept by a dynasty by the name of the San Antonio Spurs, who have four Hall of Famers on their team. No, my bad, 3 Hall of Famers on their team. Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, what's my boy name? Tim Duncan. Like, he got swept by 3 Hall of Famers. And, I mean, the guy, Tim Duncan, came on the air and expressed regarding LeBron with everybody we have. Took a tremendously terrible team to the NBA Finals. Jordan could never. If he was that fucking good, he would have done it. He didn't. So when y'all Jordan fans are talking about LeBron, okay, y'all talking about he cried for fouls and this and this and that. Okay, cool. Do you watch tape? Do you watch film? Do you watch a viral clip of Michael Jordan walking up to the referee, convincing the referee that the guy fouled him when you watch the play he didn't? When you couldn't barely touch LeBron, when you couldn't touch Michael Jordan, when you certain things that you just couldn't do to Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson said in the USA game, this is the closest you can get to Michael Jordan without fouling him, because they were calling fouls for him. And it's a lot that I watched in this game that's like, bro, that's not a foul, that's ticky-tack shit. Like, it's so tough playing in the 90s. No, a lot of y'all niggas suck. To be honest. A lot of them niggas suck. A lot of them niggas would not have made it in today's game, because today's game is more different. Everybody got handles. Everybody got hops. They come up with new crafty ways to score every day. That Dr. J shit under the rim and doing that, yeah, these boys is doing some more the most creative shit you could ever think of. You got dudes doing Dr. J and booming it. The feet work is different. The hand-eye coordination is different. Everything about the game is different. That's the whole idea of evolution. And so when y'all look back at the 90s, we looking at y'all skill, y'all boys not really like that. Y'all not taking y'all body serious. Half of you motherfuckers was smoking before the game. You go out partying and drinking and then come to the basketball game. But it's somebody in that basketball game paid $300 to watch you play, and that's how you show up to a game. Drunk. Can barely go up and down the fucking field. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all niggas wasn't like that. A lot of y'all niggas wouldn't have made it in today's game. The only people I'll say that would have made it in today's game is Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Pippen, because defensive-wise, Pippen would have been a Kawhi Leonard in today's game. Dennis Rodman, yeah. Dennis Rodman would have been the Draymond Green role, because Rodman, before he ever came to the NBA, which y'all need to do y'all research on Rodman has always been a scorer. Like in NAIA, he was a scorer. He was a monster. So Rodman, I felt like he would have played really great. And those are just the guys I can name off the list right now. I don't want to go too deep into it. But when I'm watching their game versus today's game, if you ain't got a three-pointer, you can't play. If you ain't got a mid-range, you can't play. But even mid-ranges get played out, because if you coming up against a team that can really shoot, what you gonna do? So today's game, I believe it's more harder because it's more skill-based. It's more defenses, it's more coverages, it's more zones, it's more all of these things, rather than back in the 90s, it was really frowned upon to double team somebody. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe I once heard a point in time it was damn near illegal to double team. Now, don't quote me, but I know I heard that before. But teams wasn't double teaming how they are today. Teams are now double teaming you, force you to make a read. Teams are now putting zone coverages in the way to make sure that they make you uncomfortable on the shot. Every team is doing things to slow you down or prevent you from scoring. You see Jordan getting 31 and 40 and 50 and all this shit. Then you got dumbasses talking about something. He would have averaged that in today's game. No, he wouldn't. Them niggas would have threw two people at him. He got to pass. Your team got to beat us, LeBron. You got to pass it to these guys in the corner. Hopefully they can shoot. You got to do these things. And essentially, what is your role going to become when you got all these coverages? I don't believe Jordan would have been able to handle a zone coverage how they do now in today's game and make a perfect read. I don't see it. I don't. Not shooting 32.7%. I don't see it. 33%. I don't see it. We letting him shoot the three. We ain't letting him shoot the mid, but we gonna let him shoot the three. So I feel like in today's era, Jordan would have been getting his ass boxed up. All that, he would have averaged 30, 40, 50. Honestly and truthfully, bro, Shy averaged 30 off of free throws. So unless he's getting to the free throw, like Shaq get to the free throw line, I don't see it. But when you talking today, y'all have to respect today's game. These guys are skilled. These guys are animals. You have point guards that are 6'10". You have point guards that are 6'8", 6'9". And there in you guys' era, those would have been power forwards, small forwards. Some possibly would have been centers. In today's game, they're guards. What the fuck are we talking about? 7 foot was a center. We have a 7'6" ball handler. We have a 7'3" ball handler. We have a 7'2" ball handler. It's too many motherfuckers in the league that have elevated their game. You got centers actually shooting threes. So when we essentially talking about the different eras, when y'all speak about today's era, just understand that it's way more skillful. It's way more to do rather than I'm gonna sit under the rim, get rebounds, dunk on people, this and that, get some blocks or whatever. Nah, the bigs are required to shoot the fucking ball. The bigs are required to play defense, shoot the ball, be fundamentally sound, and it's so much. And be able to set the perfect screens. It's so much. You gotta read. You gotta read and react. All right, cool. My guard coming off the screen. Boom, he going to the rim. I need to pop. I gotta shoot. Rather than the guard going to the rim, it's two people on his ass, and then the motherfucker throw a pass to a center. And try to boom on it. Might get his shit blocked. Might get the dunk. Might do something. But the centers, the guards, all of these things, they're way more skillful than they've ever been in NBA history, bro. Way better. So when we talking about the 90s to now, bro, y'all are not fucking with today's game. Y'all can take the top 75 from the 90s, bring them to today's era, and y'all wouldn't have nobody that would touch a Steph Curry, a Kevin Durant, a prime Russell Westbrook. Mr. Triple-Double Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard in his prime, LeBron James, a Greek freak, the finals Greek freak. It's not a lot of people y'all could have that will fuck with these guys, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all era was cool. We appreciate y'all for what y'all did, but it's time to move to the side. Y'all can't fuck with this era of basketball, bro. And granted, a lot of times I be with y'all that some of the shit that they get away with do be soft. I do feel like it be some cupcake shit. I agree. Fuck with me. I agree. But I'm not going to deny these guys' skills. I'm not going to deny the craftiness to get to the rim. I'm not going to deny the ball handling abilities. Everybody got a right and the left hand, rather than back in that era, a lot of people just was one hand dominant. A lot of people didn't have no juke moves, no shifties. Shout out to Allen Iverson. Because that's the guy who changed the game for the guards. So, y'all got to respect us, homie. You got to respect us. The game is on a whole nother wave because my era came in and took over. Y'all era playing at the bridge were really Magic Johnson and Larry Bird built the bridge. The Jordan era was able to walk through halfway. And the 2000s era reinvented the bridge and made it 10 times fucking better. Because in this era, if you take 10 of the best players to the 90s era and have them go up against 10 of the best players in that era, of course, starting 5 and bench 5, we'll whoop their ass. We'll whoop their ass. It wouldn't even be funny. It wouldn't even be funny, bro. It wouldn't even be funny. It wouldn't even be a good game. It wouldn't. Because niggas is gonna force y'all to come off that screen. I mean, I bet niggas gonna force the center to come out that paint. And when you force them to come out the paint, if y'all haven't been watching, these guards, these small forwards, these shooting guards make these goddamn centers look stupid when they come out the paint. What, you gonna give me the mid-range all day? That's green. So, I said all that to say, man, respect it. Y'all old, and we get it, But y'all era can't fuck with our era at all. It's no way. Get over it. And I watched a bunch of y'all defensive clips. Y'all wasn't like that. Y'all didn't have nobody like an Allen Iverson that was in that era with y'all in the prime 90s. Y'all really didn't have that. If Allen Iverson would have came a lot sooner, I feel as if the game would have changed a lot more then. But Allen Iverson, once he came into the league, he hit Jordan with that Had that nigga over there doing the goddamn Macarena. Shit, if he came earlier, the game for the guards would have changed a whole lot then. Watching a lot of the guards, they was right hand dominant. So they only could go right. These motherfuckers ain't have no shifty ass game. They put the booty on you, back up, call the play, try to go left, come off the screen, boom, back up, here, holding the ball up, throwing a pass. Fuck out of here, nigga. In this era, nigga, Kyrie Irving is hitting you with the dribble moves, the body face, all that shit. And I want to end that segment off by saying, 90s, we love y'all. We appreciate everything y'all did. But either get with it or get rolled over. Y'all could never fuck with this era. Nowhere in hell. You niggas, you could take top 75 greatest 90s players. I'll even give you the 80s or even the 70s. 90s, 80s, 70s. Go get your best players, put them up against the best players that have played in today. And nah, it ain't close. Next topic I want to talk about, man, I want to get to football. So football season is approaching. It's coming quick. And in the football season coming, I just felt like the need to let you guys know I am a Houston Texans fan. Everything Houston, I'm a fan of. Dynamo, Texans, Astros. We're supposed to be getting the Houston, the Comets back, the basketball, the girls WNBA team back. Everything Houston, I'm a fan of. Rice University, University of Houston. Shout out to my favorite HBCU. TS. You know what to do, bitch. Shout out to Texas Southern University, man. So what are we gonna do this year, Houston? So I wanted to get some serious music because I wanted to talk to CJ Stroud for a second. Let me get to CJ. I need some serious music. I need some so he can motherfucking feel me. I need something where he can feel me. Like I need something he can feel me. So CJ, I need you to hear me, brother. This is your year this year. Last year happened. Let's move on. In order to do what needs to be done for us, we need you to remove everything that happened last year away. Look at me. Houston is with you. We ain't gave up on you. Yeah, we was mad at you. That happens with fans. We felt like last year was supposed to be our Super Bowl run, but guess what? It wasn't. We don't give you credit for what you tried to do without your first and your second best receiver. But you tried. So guess what? This year you could do it all over again. We open up week 1 against the Bills. What you gonna do? You gonna nut up? You gonna nut up? Or you gonna play? We riding with you. We depending on you. We need you, boy. So man the fuck up. Step on everybody that ever said something and get the biggest fucking NFL contract in history. Because the moment you take the Houston Texans to the motherfucking Super Bowl, boy, they gonna pay you. We gonna make sure they pay you. So this is brought to you by Houston's fan club. Now, defensively, man, with the Houston Texans, it's nothing that you can say. The Houston Texans have by far the scariest defense in the entire NFL. I don't believe people understand how dominant the Houston Texans defense is. The Houston Texans defense is scary. Like when I look at Jalen Petries, when I look at Bullock, when I look at Derek Stingley, who is a shutdown corner. Derek Stingley shuts down the entire side of the field. When I look at an Al Shearer, when I look at a Will Anderson, when I look at a Danielle Hunter, it's like what the fuck? Like, how did these guys get so lucky? But that's Houston bred on DeMeco Ryans. He always have been a defensive-minded individual. He played linebacker, retired linebacker. And we have to give our prayers to DeMeco Ryans for what he has done with the Houston Texans defense. DeMeco Ryans has presented us with by far the greatest defense we've ever seen since J.J. Watt. All right, and that's just one person. Since J.J. Watt is David Clowney, that's what Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson is. Because if people pay attention, if you was further enough to remember when J.J. Watt went down for the first time, Jadeveon Clowney stepped up to the plate. Jadeveon Clowney really don't get the respect he deserved. The boy was a fool. But I see that Will Anderson takes the game a lot more serious than Jadeveon Clowney. Way more serious. Way more serious. It was to the point where I even heard DeMeco Ryans say he had to pull Will Anderson from a couple drills because he kept getting to the quarterback. Now, I don't know if that's a shot at the O-line or just Will Anderson just on a whole nother fucking level this year. Because he got the opportunity to feel what it feels like to get close to it. Pause. He got the opportunity to feel like, damn, we could have got to the Super Bowl. And so when I look at the Texas team, them going out to get Wyatt Teller, them grabbing a rookie in the draft as far as offensive lineman, then going out and getting David Montgomery. Then now we got Tank Dell coming back with Xavier Hutchinson, Nico Collins. I feel like the Texans have a real good chance of being great. I feel like they have an opportunity to really show people what they can do. But it's on them. All right. Essentially, man, it's really put up or shut up. And so if the Texans can't get it done this year, not only does it make CJ look bad, because you're going to have the number one defense again, you brought in a top-tier running back along with the running back room you already have. So we still have Nick Chubbs on roster, who is going to be our power back. Essentially, it comes down to the offensive coordinator and CJ Stroud. That's what it's going to come down to. Because I hate to tell you, CJ, next year is a quarterback's class. I mean, will I recommend that the Texans go and try to grab another quarterback? No, I wouldn't like it. I believe that'd be dumb. But I feel as if you don't show us what you got this year, I feel like the Texans are going to make a move. Because they're going to start looking at if they gave this same team to any other quarterback, they're going to produce. Now, you'll never get the opportunity to relive that rookie season, but you can get close. See, people wasn't expecting you to be so good your rookie year, but you can get pretty fucking close. I feel like your offensive line has made a lot of improvement. I feel as if your defense is still the best. You got all of your weapons back. It shouldn't be no reason why we don't get it done. And I'll even settle for the AFC Championship. If you can get us there, feel like, okay, cool, we can accept that. Because you did something that hasn't been done in quite some time. And we can respect that. Would we like to go all the way because we're super fans? Abso-fucking-lutely. But if we can't go all the way and you get us to that, I can accept that. If you get us to that and we lose by 3, I can accept that because I know you gave me everything. But last year, you can never, ever, ever do what you did last year again. We're not tolerating that shit. So my favorite to win the Super Bowl this year, man, to make it to the Super Bowl is definitely going to be the Houston Texans. I feel like they're the most scariest team in the league. Defensively, nobody wants to see them. Every offense is petrified of them. What they did to Josh Allen last year, I have never seen Josh Allen been done like that ever in my life. The way Josh Allen got folded every possession, I think they sacked the nigga like 7 or 8 times. It's no way. All right, so definitely got the Houston Texans going all the way. I feel like that number one defense is back. Everybody has been re-signed. We just got to see what the offense is going to bring to the table, but I feel like the offense is going to be 10 times better this year. So, yeah, I really do like what I see out of the Texans. And if y'all have not realized, J.J. Watt is my favorite player. When I look at J.J. Watt's game, he made me want to play D-line even more because he revolutionized the game of football. He revolutionized what it meant to be a defensive end. Who he is to me, man, he's like Michael Jordan to me at the DN position. If you don't know, I played defensive end in high school, got a scholarship to college to play before they tried to move me positions. But he revolutionized the game for a defensive end. Coming up a strong second, who my second favorite was, before he stopped being so serious, was Jadeveon Clowney. I feel like Jadeveon Clowney was more of me. He wasn't as muscular as J.J. Watt was, but he was fast. That first step, my coach used to impute that knowledge in my head all the time. That first step has to be your best step. When you come off that line as a D lineman, a lot of offensive linemen are taught to hop back. A D lineman is taught to take that hard step. If you take that hard step and you're low, you're going to win every time. Low man wins. I'm sorry. It's the trenches. And so when I watched Jadeveon Clowney play, he was always low. He was always so fast. Coming off that edge, you was not stopping him. Those two were the best edge combos I've ever seen in history. Until I seen Danielle Hunter and goddamn Will Anderson. Until I seen them two together. Cause nah, dog, them two should be illegal. Them two should be fucking illegal. And if I was to start a D-line of everybody I feel like was the greatest defensive lineman to ever play, give me J.J. Watt as my edge. Give me Warren Sapp. Give me Aaron Donald. And give me Lawrence Taylor. That four wins me every damn championship you could ever think of. Now, everybody named that I just said are generational players. Those are 4 generational players. J.J. Watt revolutionized the game. Lawrence Taylor revolutionized the game. Aaron Donald changed the entire game. And Warren Sapp, come on, dog. We ain't even got to talk about it. He got a gold jacket for a reason. So those 4 D linemen, I'll take them anywhere. And my alternate 4 would be a Myles Garrett. My alternate 4 would be Myles Garrett, Mean Joe Green, Vince Wilfork, and T.J. Watt. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. Myles Garrett, I would even, matter of fact, you know what? I would take out Lawrence Taylor and put Myles Garrett there. So I would go J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Warren Sapp, and Myles Garrett. I like that 4 better. Because it's too many freaks of nature right there. Myles Garrett just coming up and breaking the sack record. J.J. Watt holds down the upper side. That is a offensive lineman's worst nightmare, those 4. Essentially, those 4 win me the game. I can take some mediocre linebackers. But if I am to take a general linebacker, I'm taking motherfucking Ray Lewis. You know? And people don't like this guy, but I love him because he just didn't give a fuck about his body. I like a Brian Cush Brian Cushing on the outside. Granted, he was on them roids, but he just didn't give a fuck about his body. He didn't care. So I would take him as a Sam Becker. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because the guy didn't care about his fucking body. If I was to build my defense, y'all wouldn't even understand how hard I'm going to build my defense to fit my scheme. And for my scheme, it would be to pretty much we blitz in every fucking possession. Because you ain't going to throw the ball. We're going to blitz. We're going to mix up zone coverages. You're going to see some cover 3, cover 4, maybe some man-to-man, a lot of man-to-man, maybe some cover 2-man, all that. And I know for a fact you're not stopping anybody. I mean, you're not catching anything. You're not getting any passes. You're not getting nothing. You deep fried cold turkey, buddy. And I don't want to get into all that, but I know as far as defensive linemen that I love, those 4 right there are the greatest to me. Myles Garrett, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, and Warren Sapp. Those 4 pieces right there is just unbelievable. All 4 of them are unbelievable to watch, and I'm really rooting for Aaron Donald to come back to the game because I feel like you got more in the tank, sir. I think you really could help the Rams win a championship, and I would like to watch you come back to compete for a championship because you and Myles Garrett together is borderline fucking cheating. I don't think people understand how scary that is if y'all two is on the same team. That's up there with Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. That's how scary that is because you can put Aaron Donald anywhere. You can put Myles Garrett anywhere. You can rotate them on which sides they're going to play. That's scary. I can have Aaron Donald playing defensive end, defensive tackle. I can have Myles Garrett playing defensive tackle, defensive end. Like, it's essentially the scariest shit you ever seen. Having them both on the same side, that's cheating. So, for that, man, I really am. But back to the point, I really am rooting for my Houston Texans to win. I hope we do essentially make it there. Because if we make it there, I know for a fact it's going to be a hell of a party in Houston. If the Houston Texans win the NFL championship, if the Houston Texans win the Super Bowl, I want everybody to understand what the fuck finna happen. We are already the party city. Everybody want to come here to party. I hate to tell you tourists, that'll be the day I don't think y'all need to come down here, bro. Because we going to tear this bitch up. If the Texans win the Super Bowl, the clubs, the parties, the everything, it's finna be bad. We finna act a fucking fool because I feel like that is the championship that will be for all of us. That will be just for Houston. That's a championship to where we would have to be all outside, and it's gonna be clustered with the Hispanic community because they love the Texans. The black community, we love the Texans. All of us, we love the Texans so much that every club is gonna be filled with nothing but Texans and jerseys. You're gonna see us, and we're gonna all be united front. If y'all thought that the baseball shit was something, get a load of the motherfucking Super Bowl. Don't let us win the NBA championship. Shit, y'all thought New York was bad. Texas, we quiet over here. But if we win, you gonna hear us. Oh, the slab's gonna be out all week. 84s on elbows with candy paint with the trunks popping down the street, boy. You gonna see the G8s, the G10s. You gonna see them all outside, bro, in front of the Texas Stadium, acting a whole ass, bro. Like Houston. HPD gonna have to work triple overtime, bro, to get us off the street because we gonna show our ass for our team because that championship is for us. And I wouldn't recommend any tourists coming, but hey, man, if you Billy Badass, go ahead and walk with a purpose. But if we win that championship, bro, look at me. If we win the Super Bowl this year, it's gonna be trouble. And Texas will represent the only way Texas know how to, man, with a lot of pride, with the cars, the legends. I believe Lil Kiki, Zero, all them will be all outside. Slim Thug, all our legends will be outside, man. And it would just be something that's just so special and monumental to all of us. So, man, that's my spiel. That's my favorite team. But over the Texans, I am a Saints fan. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. What made me be a Texas and the Saints fan is because I don't know if y'all familiar with Man by Big Pokey, ESG, Big Mo, all of them. They said in the song, in Texas, Louisiana, we talk about that man. Poyo make them say man. And essentially, it made us and Louisiana people more tighter. Of course, when Katrina hit, I went to school with a lot of New Orleans folks, got real cool with them. They introduced me to Drew Brees. At the time, I didn't know who the fuck he was. And I watched him play. And when I watched him play, I was sold. And when I seen that they got Reggie Bush, who was a beast at USC, made me even more of a fan because I was a Reggie Bush fan. And so it was like when you watch the Saints game, when you watch them, it's like, whoa, like y'all cut up like this. Like, it's so fun because it's like, bro, like Saints have always been just a organization or, you know, something that's just more relatable to me. Well, of course, before the Texans made the changes that they finally did, the Saints always felt more relatable with Sean Payton there. Sean Payton, I feel like Sean Payton really, really light-skinned at heart because he always had like a black dude swagger to him. Like, you know, it's certain things he do. He walk with the black man swag, you know what I'm saying? His play calling was just on some cool shit. How the motherfucker be sitting. He be sitting there with the headset on like that, you know, just locked in. I always felt like Sean Payton was a great person to follow. So what made me that, watching them, Drew Brees, Sean Payton, Reggie Bush, all these great players that they had, and then essentially going to a game and watching them play made me so happy. I went to my first game, I want to say about 8 years ago when Drew Brees was still playing. I want to say about 8 or 9 years ago. And I had the opportunity to watch Drew and watch how he prepared, watch how he motivates the team, watch how he talks to everybody, getting the whole stadium fired up. Like, the Saints games are not games, they're events. And when you go into the motherfuckers, homie, man, bro, I don't think y'all understand, boy, how crazy that shit is, bro. Don't let us win. Because all you gonna hear is, who that? Who that? Who that talking about beating them Saints? Who that? Who that? That's all you gonna hear all night. It's up. It ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it, homie. And we gonna hit Bourbon Street and we gonna drink. We gonna drink, we gonna party, we gonna get us that motherfucking grenade. We gonna dance all on Bourbon Street. We gonna have so much fun. And all you're gonna see is Saints jerseys. The culture is just beautiful. Now, is it Houston culture now? No, because they're still trying to find their culture and identity now. But back then, the culture was just different. Like, you could tell Drew Brees was a big part of the culture. And hopefully, man, because we seem to be all in on Tyler Stroud. Drew Brees has been working with him. Hopefully, we can get that back. But I just feel like right now, we just at a culture deficit. And we got to find it. And we got to find it before it's too late. Alvin Kamara and Cameron Jordan are the last two of the Drew Brees culture. And, you know, we got to get it back, man. We haven't had our best seasons because we were rebuilding. But it's time for us to stop, get shit right, and let's get to work. Because we could do something. But we can only do something if everybody's bought in the system. And, yeah, man, I just want to see my Saints do right. I want to see us win more games. I want to see us compete at the highest level. I want to see us do things that people deem unimaginable. It starts with the defense. Defense creates offense. Offense scores. And in order for us as a Saints fan to get back to what we need to do, we gotta rebuild everything. I ain't gonna go into what we need to do, but we need to do a lot. Yeah, we gotta do a lot, especially coming up in this draft. Cause we need a lot more. I feel like we missed out on some good pieces that could have been useful for us. It was a 6'6" man person, 6'6" dude, 260 defensive end from Auburn that I feel like we should have got. Yeah, I feel like that kid that he's gonna be amazing. I feel like he is going to be amazing. 6'6", 260, and play defensive end. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be amazing. Definitely feel like we missed out on some key pieces. I think this year was more so of an offensive draft for us, and I ain't like that too much because defense wins championships, offense sells tickets. But I mean, I ain't the fucking coach. I don't know shit. I'm just a fan that just want to watch my team go back to the way that they used to be. And, you know, we'll see if that happens, bro. We'll see if that happens. Hopefully it does, man, because shit, Saints fans, we hard people to please and we hard people to get back. So essentially, I hope we do get that back. But I mean, if we don't, it is what it is. It's life. I'm But both of those teams are my favorite teams. I really do love what DeMeco Ryans has done with the Texans. I really do love that he brought culture to the Texans, and hopefully, man, that he'll be here forever until he feel like retiring from the game. I feel like we can get 20 years out of DeMeco. Eventually, in those years, that he'll win us a championship. But DeMeco, I got to talk to you for a second. Intense music. Coach Ryans, when you're going out and you're going to get us offensive coordinators, you got to get us guys that have experience in the game. We need guys that are very crafty, that are strategic with the way that they're going to call plays, that's going to make it not so obvious. I feel like the offensive coordinators that you employed has kind of made things a little obvious. And granted, a lot of the offensive coordinators, their jobs are to pretty much get in here, get gone. I think you need to find a guy that want to commit to you for a few years. Because right now, the shit ain't working. We got guys that are only coming here for a year, go off, then leave you to go to somebody else, and then you get a goddamn high school coach that don't know how to call plays to mix them up. These are grown men that are studying film for over 24 hours in a day, and we're getting coaches that's calling a single back formation when setting up bunch for a stretch run. If you setting up bunch on the right side, I'm going to know it's a stretch run. You're not going to counter to the opposite side. So we need a guy that's going to be very strategic, that understands what he's doing, that's going to make it challenging on the mind, that can bring it. We're tired of these individuals that literally are not strategic. So I feel as if that's the only flaw you have as a coach. And I said what I said, take it up with anybody else, but I said what I said. Keely Moore. Coach, you got to find culture. Wait, sorry. Keely Moore, you got to get some culture. You got to go back and look at what Sean McVay did for, Sean Payton did for the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton brought culture. Drew Brees brought culture. You need to understand, how did they bring culture to the Saints? You need to understand what New Orleans means to the fans. The Saints mean to New Orleans. You need to understand, why did that Hurricane Katrina Super Bowl meant the world to New Orleans? Because New Orleans culture is all about never giving up. So you got to figure out, what are you willing to sacrifice to get us to the place that we're supposed to be, coach? And you got to figure it out soon, because we are impatient. We want to go back to winning. It was a point in time we knew we was going to the playoffs before the damn playoffs even started. You got to get us back there, coach. We depending on you. Got me? We depending on you. So, shucks. We've been here for an hour. So, man, thank you for tuning in today, everybody. Today was very much so sports. I could talk about sports all day. I can talk about O-line, D-line, all of these things all day. Somebody asked me who is the greatest offensive lineman I ever went against in my life. I've went up against Kenyon Green, who's with the Philadelphia Eagles. I went up against Sammy Cosmi, who's with the Washington Commanders. The greatest offensive lineman I've ever went up against in my life, ever, name is Amon Simon. He was drafted to the Dallas Cowboys, or he was signed, one or the other. He competed camp. I mean, essentially it's NFL, things happen. But he was by far the best offensive lineman I've ever went against. And if you know Pop Simon, you understand why. Pop Simon had him working out consistently every day. Amon was not somebody you could do the same move to again and again. Essentially, he caught on. You did it once, he's on it the second time. He had his worst year, his junior year, and then the next year he came back his senior year. I don't think the motherfucker gave up a sack. Motherfucker was that cold. And watching him, what he did in college, going off to win a national championship, going off to, of course, now he's a personal trainer, he's a father, he's a head of a fitness group, et cetera, et cetera. But Amon was by far one of those ones that was by far the coldest offensive lineman I've ever went against. And I've went up against some cold ass guys. Y'all just heard me name 2 NFL elite offensive linemen. But that was by far my best one, because I know when I had to go up against a month, I had to be sharp. If you was not sharp, you're going to get your ass pancake. And motherfucker stood 6'7" in high school. Long arms. I'm 6'4" and I was 6'3" in high school. You know, I ain't get my last inch till I went off to college. And that motherfucker there gave me hell every day, but he made me better, because still, you know, not still, but in that high school time, no offensive lineman could really fuck with me. But definitely once I had the opportunity to keep perfecting my craft, to keep building up with Amon, I felt like I got better. But eventually I fucked my career up chasing a woman. So shit happens. I didn't get the opportunity to finish my high school career. It is what it is, man. So kids, don't ever chase a woman, especially somebody that don't have no interest in being your wife. But yeah, man, that concludes today's stream. Hopefully I answered the question to the individual that expressed to me who is my favorite lineman to go against. Today has been wonderful, everybody. I so much appreciate y'all for tuning in. This time, I'm going to post a full stream on YouTube. We're going to get some short reels. We're going to get some stuff in there. So the full stream will be on YouTube. I will be creating clips, and then the clips will be posted everywhere else. So I thank you all for coming to watch my stream today. You have been wonderful. I have enjoyed your presence. And the last thing is, I just want to give you all from me to you, man. Thank you all. I love you. Peace.